What part of your personality do you fake? I've got an entire customer service personality that's fake. I work in customer service. It's gotten to the point where out of habit I'll say have a good day to friends and family in a weird and almost fake tone. Update, I just recently said have a good day to a waitress. I need help. This reminds me of my father in a different sense. And in a way that always made me laugh internally. My father was a car salesman. I'd wake up at normal hours on Sundays because he'd cook up a storm of a breakfast for those who were up. If you slept in. Tough sheet. When he'd ask you how you wanted your eggs cooked, it sounded like he was trying to sell you a car. Oh hey bud. Could I interest you in some eggs? I think you'd like them sunny side up, so you can dip them in this here wheat bread and they match perfectly. You don't want the white bread because it gets too soggy to fast with the eggs. And hey, if you don't want that, I can do some scrambled eggs and bacon. That's always a good choice. Finish his cooking, here ya go my friend. I hope you enjoy your rock bottom Breaktoberfest. Edit, grammar edit so people don't think I was literally sleeping in tough sheet. Being ambitious. Yes. I do want to be promoted. Also, what's the bare minimum I have to do to achieve that? I hate how people see a lack of ambition as laziness or something. I don't want to be constantly climbing. I just want a modest job that pays enough for me to have simple pleasures. I'm a programmer and I have no passion for it at all. Outside of work, I don't think about it. My colleagues don't get it. The only reason I want to be better is to get more money. Edit, I don't hate my job BTW. Just indifferent. Edit, I can't build a PC, which also people go mad over. Apart from my job, I'm shit with computers. My ability to perform small talk. I have absolutely no patience for it. I don't even know how to do it. Like, I see this people out there talking hours and I can't make a phone call longer than 20 seconds or a small talk with friends. Let them blab and ask questions. Being cheerful in a social situation that I absolutely don't want to be in. Edit, woke up to all these responses and upvotes. Thanks for my second gold ever. I literally spend so much time on my own lately that I feel as though my whole personality is fake when I have to interact with others. Yay. I feel that way sometimes too. Good to see people that share these sorts of weird things with me. Yeah, and that one time you speak to someone for some reason you're like, why did I say that? Did I mean it? Did I just pretend to mean it? What the duck did I mean? I'm a lot more judgmental than I let on. My internal monologue is probably the biggest asshole I know. I'm so quick to judge everyone around me. For anything. And it's definitely one of the things I hate most. Something that helps me whenever I'm instantly being too critical of people is to make an active choice to pick out 3 things that I do appreciate or value about them. The first thought that pops into your head is what you've been taught to think. And the second one is what you choose to think. I found this helps with self-confidence too. BC, the less you judge other people, the less you judge yourself. Being outgoing. No. I don't want to go out and socialize. Yes. I will anyways. I can relate to this. Whenever I'm parties, I'm always faking that I enjoy small talk and meeting new people. But I can't stand small talk at all. I don't care where you work, Jonathan. I'm probably never going to see you again. Sometimes when I'm stuck in a conversation that I have no interest in, I end up thinking about weird shit. Like, what would happen if I just slapped him? What if I pinch his nose? Should I stare at his teeth for no reason? I'll lick my lips and see how he reacts. Toughness. I'm actually very sensitive and easily affected. Same. It boils down to 2 elements for me. One is a self-defense mechanism. Don't want to seem fragile and let people know that I have feelings that can be taken advantage of, so I come off as cold and uncaring, insensitive. 2 is not wanting to burden others with my feelings. I guess I'm not comfortable being vulnerable, even with my so close friends and family. This is due to multiple reasons, but mainly when I've allowed myself to be openly vulnerable, my trust has been betrayed and I've been abused or belittled. And I guess that's how I got to number 1 to begin with. I don't know what parts are real and what parts are fake anymore, and that worries me. Being pleasant. Life has made me a bitter asshole and I have to force myself to be nice. On the inside I usually want to scream at most people to duck off. I can kind of identity with this. For me, it's not so much that I don't like you. It's that I actually just want to be left alone to do my own thing. The older I get, the more draining it's becoming for me to deal with other people and do anything not in my own time and my own way. These days I don't get enough sleep because of it, because I stay up until ungodly hours of the morning, cherishing every second of sweet alone time that I have. The functional part. I'm actually a walking disaster. Me too. Me too. Don't fret too much about it. Most people are. Once you take a step back and realize most people don't know what the duck they're doing any more than you do, life becomes a little more bearable. Interest. A lot of the time when it seems like I'm listening and interested in what you're saying, I'm not. A lot of the time I really don't give a duck. This mindset is a really frustrating one to have if you're not an asshole. It means you're just trapped in a lot of really boring, well, from your own perspective, conversations, but unable to exit because you don't want to make someone feel bad. I am one of the most shy people you will ever meet. I switched grocery stores because the cashiers started to recognize me and wanted to chit chat. I didn't make one friend in college because I kept to myself. However, I am very successful at work because I know that if I don't put myself out there and act confident, I won't advance. I'm more scared of being destitute than I am shy, I guess. This extends to my relationships because I'm married. She asked me out though, and have a very tight-knit group of friends. There are certain things you just have to do. At least you found a girl though. So congratulations. Sure, but it's gonna be really awkward when she starts recognizing him and he has to switch to a different wife. Don't have energy to fake stuff anymore. I'm perpetually grumpy. Politeness. I'm not an asshole, but sometimes I really hate the pleasantries that are expected on a daily basis. Specifically the workplace. Also, I feel like I act more confident and aggressive than I actually am because I work in a male-dominant field and I don't want to be looked down on. Intelligence. I've learned how to make myself seem like I know what I'm doing. For me, I didn't even work for it. People just assume that I know stuff. It's so awkward. I mostly just sit with my friends and nod along and sometimes throw in something like yeah sure, like I know what they are talking about. I tried telling my BF, but he keeps on telling me that I'm so intelligent. I pretend I'm clueless a lot. It could be about work, or even just about something in life. You learn a lot about the person if you act clueless in something you're quite familiar with and they're trying to BS you with what they know very little about. Likewise, you can also digest some great information about their perspective on the topic and actually learn a tip or two if they are more knowledgeable and experienced than you. The latter is the main reason why I act this way, and it's actually amazing how much I have learned since then. It really is a win-win. You'll be able to identify quickly if you think this person will make a good or bad impact in your life. Most of it TBH. I grew up in an emotionally toxic home and I learned to pick up on people's moods as a defense mechanism. Now that I am an adult, I use it somewhat to my advantage and can adapt my personality to basically get along with everyone. It's something that I am trying to do less, as it is very emotionally exhausting for me to be on for a whole workday. It was much easier in college when I didn't see people as much. To most people I am incredibly positive, chipper, outgoing, and funny. Honestly, I'm pretty nihilistic. Suffer from social anxiety. And I take most of my jokes from the offhand Reddit comment. It makes dating difficult as people tend to fall in love with the first me that I present and not who I actually am. Happiness. I don't think I'm faking happiness when I interact with people. But it takes a lot of digging down to reach it. The feeling itself is honest. But there's other important stuff that should have been dealt with a long time ago. I have a really good memory, but I hold back a lot on it because it can weird people out when you remember random things that happened months or years ago. Impartiality. Some of my friends go to me for advice thinking I'm this calm, collected, wise, third-party advisor. Admittedly, as much as I want to help them, I have my own biases and terrible advice to give. I still maintain this wise advisor image in front of them though, partially out of my own desire to help them, even if those desires might be wrong or misplaced sometimes.